Gopala Astrology channel, where the science meets astrology for common man's understanding. Subscribe and stay tuned to this channel for continued astrological updates. Welcome to Gopala Astrology channel once again, ladies and gentlemen. Today it's going to be another very interesting video about the transit of Jupiter, which is actually getting direct motion in the zodiac sign of Pisces, and this beautiful action of Jupiter is happening on the 24th of November 2022. It's about a week's time from now, and this is a fascinating change that most of us have been waiting for a long period of time. Okay, ever since July 2022, Jupiter was in retrograde motion, and now this is the time that it is starting to give good results, and he's going to stay in the same zodiac sign of Pisces until April 2023. All right, so this video is going to focus on the transit of this Jupiter becoming direct and avoiding of the retrograde motion until April 2023. So what are the different results that is going to come for various zodiac signs will be explained here, and you will have to stick out to the video until the end of this, and I'm going to make timestamps for each of the zodiac signs. Please click onto your respective timestamps and you can view your results for your particular zodiac sign. Okay, so let's start the actual video, my friends. All right. As I mentioned to you that Jupiter started retrograding from 29 July. It's going to stop its retrograde motion on 24th of November 2022. All right. So we are going to have this entire discussion of the transit of Jupiter from 24th November to the April 2023. And we are going to discuss about the dates, the events, and we are also going to talk for each and individual zodiac signs for their results. All right, so please, if you are new to this channel, if you are coming here for the first time, please click onto the bell icon and subscribe button so that you will get to have these videos as and when I'm going to upload it to the YouTube. All right, so let's begin our journey to understand a little bit more about Jupiter and its transit. All right, so now, so 24th November, it's very clear. It happens at 4:36 a.m. in the morning. It's New Delhi time. I have taken New Delhi time. You can always relate it to your own time zones. All right, so this is the history here. We started seeing that Jupiter entered the zodiac sign of Pisces on 13th April 2022. See, this is all according to the sidereal Indian system of astrology. It's a geocentric system, and if you are a Westerner and you are seeing this, please do not get confused. We are following purely the sidereal system, and it's not the heliocentric system. All right. So retrograde motion of Jupiter started on 28th of July to be precise, and it has been going on for all these months from July to November. So the good news is that on 24th, that is the next week, we are going to have this completely converted into direct motion. All right, that's the thing, and I have made a simple Panchangam details from Jagannath Hora here. These are the planetary alignments. Now Saturn also has become a direct motion planet now. It was also retrograding, and now Jupiter turns direct. So there are other planets, planetary combination in this manner. I'm not focusing on those things today, but we will just directly talk about the great financial planet Jupiter. It's going to give prosperity. Many of the financial problems of the world can get solved here. And please note that Jupiter throws the direct impact on the 5th house. From its placement, it is going to give a very good aspect to the zodiac sign of Cancer, and so it plays with the emotions of the people, and it heals the emotional backgrounds of various Rashis in reality. All right, so I'm going to see a positive trait and very high chances of ending of the Ukraine war in this transit of Jupiter in direct motion in Pisces. So world economy will see some betterment because of the better placement of Jupiter, and that too in the direct motions. So many unfulfilled tasks can be completed during this period, and we are going to be very positive and very optimistic. All right, and also we may develop a lot of spiritual practices during this period of time. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide here, and let's understand really Jupiter. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is Guru, right? So Jupiter, I have put a lot of abbreviations here. J stands for Jury of Luck or Good Fortune. It's the planet which gives the urge for freedom and exploration. P for Promise of all good things. I for Intellectual, because this is the one which gives a lot of academic knowledge and spiritual ideas. T stands for Travel to Foreign Lands. It is also governed by Lord Jupiter. E for Expansion. Jupiter is always expansion. It's the mightiest of all the planets, right? And lastly, the religious enlightenment, right? So it is just a quick look to say that Jupiter is the most benevolent of all the planets. The best placement of this Jupiter, this one planet in the horoscope, can really solve many problems in the horoscope of an individual, right? So now, in addition to seeing these transit results of Jupiter, please pay attention to what is known as Astaka Varga points. Okay, whenever you go to the Jagannath Hora and key in your date of birth details accurately, on the right-hand bottom corner of the screen, in the opening screen, basic screen, you can see something called Sarva Astaka Varga. You will have points like this, like 27 bigger numbers, and you will also have what is known as Binna Astaka Varga points, right? So Sarva Astaka Varga points and Binna Astaka Varga points all can be accessed on the right-hand bottom corner of Jagannath Hora. So whenever you see this, if we are talking about the transit of Jupiter in Pisces, okay, so you should look at your Pisces zodiac sign. Okay, on this particular Pisces zodiac sign, how many points the Sarvastaka Varga has given? Okay, a score of 30 or more is really good for any transit. Any planet that transits to Jupiter in your horoscope, it is showing if it is Astaka Varga score of 30 and above, definitely the results of that planet are going to be very good. Okay, and between 25 and 30, we can expect average results of a planet, and 18 to 25 is really not so auspicious. All right, this is very important. This is in addition to whatever zodiac sign results I'm going to give tonight. It's going to add on, and it's going to always go hand on hand. Okay, so we should never miss out Sarva Astaka Varga points as well as the Binna Astaka Varga points. So the Binna Astaka Varga points, what I showed you here, if it is between 5 and 8, definitely the results of Jupiter. And look at the Binna Astaka Varga of Jupiter now, because we are talking about Jupiter transit in Pisces, and look at that. And if you find the score between 5 and 8, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a very good results. Okay, Jupiter is going to really give you benefit, irrespective of any other points I'm saying. And if it is exactly around 4, I can say it's about average. Below 4, that is 0 to 3, is really challenging. So this is a very rough guideline. Look into the Sarvastaka Varga points, look into the Binna Astaka Varga points, and then from there you carry on to look into your timestamp in this video. That will give you much better results. All right, so let's dive on to Aries, the zodiac sign of Aries. See, always look into this. Video is purely made from the Ascendant or Lagna. Right, so if at all you are looking for Aries moon sign, it is going to be more of mental effects. Okay, this is going to how the results are going to be on mental plane, whereas from the Lagna it's going to be on the physical plane. What is happening to you physically, right? So you can even give equal weightage, I can say that. But the video I'm doing today is purely from the zodiac sign of Aries Ascendant. All right, so before that, you should know what is happening here, my friends. So first of all, the Jupiter is already there in the 12th zodiac sign from Aries point of view, and then this is the lord of 9th and 12th from the classical astrology point of view. It also rules Pisces. So the 12th lord comes into 12th house, and it is now changing from retrograde movement to the actual direct movement. So that means there are many unfulfilled tasks of spiritual life for Aries ascendant people. It's going to be fulfilled in this period of time, because 12th house represents spirituality. It also represents what? It represents foreign travels. 9th and 12th, combination of 9 and 12 is going to give foreign travels. Aries ascendant people are going to have some foreign travels in this period of time. That is between November 2024, November 24th, 2022 until April 2023. So there will be a lot of journeys that will be there. And then you can see that Jupiter is throwing the aspect on the fourth house. Through its fifth aspect, it also sees your sixth aspect and then eighth aspect. So what are these three things going to say for Aries ascendant people? So first of all, Aries ascendant people may plan to have some property in this period of time, because fourth house represents properties, and then you may think of clearing a lot of loans, which is good. So, but please do not overspend now. That's very important. Overspending can happen for Aries ascendant because they tend to think a lot, and then he or she may invest in real estate and get into problems. You may borrow more loans. Instead of borrowing more loans, you should think of clearing loans, because your 12th lord is aspecting the 6th house, okay? And an aspect of the 12th lord on the 8th house, okay, is also not so good. The Aries ascendant people may have some kind of health issues. That's what it is summarized here. As I told you, we will definitely see some travels, movement, a lot of movements for Aries ascendant people, but real challenges will be on the workplace. You will be even, you may have an unwanted transfer of work, because you may be shifted to another location in your own same company, right? So all these things is very much possible, but if you are a businessman, you are likely to have a lot of losses, because Jupiter is located in the house of loss. Please do not try to invest in any new business at this point of time. Try to avoid it, and you may get into some cold related problems, because it is aspecting the 8th house and also something in the knee joints. So overall transit of this Jupiter in the 12th house for Aries ascendant people is, I can say 60-30 or 60-40. Okay, so 60% it's going to be testing for you guys, but 40% it's going to elevate your spiritual knowledge, and you will learn a lot of things about meditation, and you will become very much devoted towards God. And at the same time, you may get a chance to travel, which is your passion. All right, but watch out for unwanted transfers, and try to limit your talks in the workplace, and be very calm in this next 6 months. All right, let's move on to Vrishabha Rashi, Vrishabha Lagna, basically. So the Taurus ascendant, for you guys, I think it's a big thumbs up, because this represents your first house, and from there, the third house is Cancer, right? So your 8th and 10th lord is being transferred, sorry, not 10th lord, it's 11th lord. 11th lord and 8th lord is actually Jupiter. It is stationed right now in your 11th house. So from the 11th house, it's going to aspect your 3rd house, 5th house, and then 7th house of relationships. So this is considered as a Guru Balam. Right, so Guru Balam is going to give you a lot of good results in terms of improvement of your communication. 11th house is all about profits. Okay, so you are expected to get good results if you are a business person, because 7th house is all about business partners. So this Labhadipati is looking into your partnership as well, and it also aspects your 5th house of children, your creativity, again all the good things, happiness, general overall happiness is aspected by this Guru. I'm sure that it is going to give some good results, right? So the summary is like this: you may gain money. Again, I'm telling you, there is an aspect on the inheritance as well. So certain speculation or inheritance that you are likely to get in this period of time. All right. So you may face some gains and increments in the work. Okay, some promotion if possible, and very successful moment in business because Labadipati goes to Labam, Labasthan. So that is a very, very good point. And you can make certain major decisions in terms of investment. Suppose you want to expand, because I told you Jupiter is expansion. If you guys want to expand your business, this is the time for thinking about it. So Vrishabha Rashi, or I'm talking about Vrishabha Lagnam, you are really, really going to have a good period of time. On the health side, of course, you may not have, it's an average health. There is no much major problems to complain, but take care of your legs, and leg pains and cold issues can happen. Especially a lot of COVID reinfections are happening, so just be cautious. Otherwise, it's a big thumbs up for Taurus Ascendant people. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini Ascendant people, for you guys, it's the 10th Lord. 7th and 10th Lord stays in the 10th house. So 10th house is activation of your job. But there could see Jupiter doesn't do well in the 4th house and 10th house in transits. I'm not talking about the main horoscope Jupiter, but the Jupiter in the transit, whenever it goes to 4th house or 10th house, it tends to give you some kind of challenges because it is it's like a candle. I told you that wherever Jupiter sits there, it's going to give you a lot of the candle is going to burn and heat up the place where it is sitting, right? In the same way, Jupiter is like a candle. It's going to give you a lot of job responsibilities. Okay, so on the domestic front in the family, it's going to be good. So you're going to have a since all these months, last four to 5 months, it was retrograde Jupiter. There was a lot of problems in the family, communication in the family, and domestic happiness, especially 4th house, right? So it was in a trouble, but now there will be a kind of understanding that starts developing in the Gemini people's house, so that Jupiter makes the communication clear with your children, with your sibling, with your own wife, you know, and with your parents also. Overall, in general, home atmosphere is going to get much better compared to what was in the last 4 months. That's a good thumbs up. But you are going to face a lot of challenges in the work. And 6th house, you have to clear your loans. And you can beat your competition, but definitely there will be a lot of competitions in your job as well. So that means to say that you will be given excessive work and no much recognition because of your hard work, right? So whatever hard work you do, your bosses or superiors or supervisors may not be really appreciating your hard work. All right, so you may meet up with more expenses as well. Just take care of the expenses, and there could be some frictionless relationship with your own partner, life partner, or even business partner. And I always give some warning to Gemini people right now, because there is a Astama Shani also going on. You may have some nervous related problems and some sleeplessness, pain in the neck and the shoulder. So these are very, very, very critical, because Gemini represents our shoulder or arms, and you are very likely to expect some pain in the shoulders. All right, so there could be some ego clashes with the life partner and also with the relatives. So just take a screenshot of this, do a remedy, do a japa of Guru Bija Mantram, Om Gram Grim Gram Saha Gurave Namaha. So this is just a simple slokam. There are other remedies that you can always do it for Jupiter. You know, there is something called the Kadale, right? The bigger form of Kadale represents Jupiter, and you can always do a Dhanam, or you can make certain food item made out of that Kadale, and you can go to any temple and offer it as a prasadam to the people. If you are a practicing Hindu, I'm just making as a generic kind of a remedy for Gemini people. All right, so you are likely to expect certain problems in the job. So watch out for it, and then try to calm down and listen to the advices given by your bosses. All right. So the next one would be Cancer zodiac sign. The ascendant of Cancer is going to have a much better time, because look at what is happening to them. The Jupiter is the 9th Lord, and that 9th Lord is placed in the 9th house itself. From the Ninth house, it aspects your Lagna. It also aspects your third house of communication and fifth house of children, happiness, and overall intelligence, right? So suddenly the Cancer zodiac sign people, you are facing certain problems because of Vakri Guru, which was going in a retrograde motion in the last 4 months, and all those things you will overcome now, and you will definitely improve your health, definitely, because Lagna itself represents health, and Jupiter aspecting your health. That too, it's the Cancer zodiac sign is the exaltation point for Jupiter. So it always does very good. It always gives a lot of positive vibrations to that place where it likes to go. Right. So that is there, and then it throws direct aspect on Virgo, the communication house, your dhairyam, your confidence, all that can be boosted upon for the Cancer zodiac sign. All right. And then fifth house of Scorpio. Even this is a very good aspect, and you are likely to have much better creativity in your workplace. You will have a lot of enthusiasm. You would like to go to the sports. You want to go to gym. You want to be very active in the next 6 months. All right. So summary is, yes, it's a big thumbs up. You can see a lot of green highlights. As you know, my way of presentation is that I highlight green for positive thumbs ups, and yellow highlight is for certain precautions. All right. So here definitely you will witness satisfaction in various aspects and fortunes, because it is aspecting your ascendant itself. On the professional side, things will go smoothly. As I told you, Jupiter may not do well in the 10th zodiac sign, but it does very well in the 9th zodiac sign from your ascendant. So there is a chances to move to abroad, because 9th house brings long journeys as well, and you may get a chance to go to abroad. Your visas which are pending can get approved during this period of time. Okay, and your scope of career definitely is going to expand, because Jupiter is all about expansions. So I am very sure the monetary benefits in the 9th house is really A1. So good bonding and enjoying the time with your life partner. If you are already married, you will have a good married life. If you are planning to get married, you may marry your own girlfriend, or there will be a good proposal for you guys. All right. So definitely, your health will be good. You are going to be active, energetic, and you may go to gym and keep yourself very fit. All right. So that's about Cancer ascendant people. It's a big thumbs up for you guys. Let's move on to the next zodiac sign, Leo or Simha Lagna. Right? So for you guys, it is happening in the 8th house. All the drama is happening in the 8th house of sudden gain, sudden events, and Jupiter now becomes suddenly a direct Jupiter in this for the next 6 months, right? So what is really impacting you guys? It is aspecting your 12th house of foreign journeys, okay, and also expenses. It's going to give you a lot of expenses. It aspects your second house. That is somewhat a relief, actually. So when Jupiter was in retrograde moment, your family and your communication with the family was having a problem. And also second house, please understand, represents our mouth. Whatever food we used to have, since Jupiter is in the 8th house, people used to have poor digestion and a lot of abdominal problems, because 8th house represents lower abdomen, and they used to have problems in the last 4 months, and that can be reduced now. So in the next 6 months, as long as Jupiter is transiting in the Pisces in the direct motion, it is going to give you some positive results in terms of health. Okay, it's going to improve your digestion so that you can eat food that you like. All right, so that is one point. And then Kutumbasthan, that means it's the house of family. So there will be some kind of peace and harmony in the family, because 4th house and 2nd house both are getting activated by this beautiful Jupiter. And that is why there could be some parties, some events that can make happy atmosphere in the house. 4th house represents house, 2nd house represents family itself. So that is what is the plus point, but you will have a lot of expenses, my friends. Because of this partying, because of this happiness in the family, you may take a vacation, you may like to travel, and you may want to spend a lot of money. So just watch out on your expenses and work out properly and on your health. All right. So that's what is summarized here. Some obstacles you can face, because 8th house is all about obstacles. And again, there will be a lot of ego problem with your partner. All these things has to be really, really worked out. So in terms of health, you will have nervous related problems again and pain in the neck and shoulders. It is exactly same as that of Gemini. All right. So whenever there is an attack on the third house or fourth house, it's very important to be very cautious on your health. You may enjoy the domestic happiness. At the same time, you have to watch out for your own health, because the 8th house is all about health. All right. So next one is Virgo Ascendant sign or Kanya Rashi. So for people who are born under Kanya Ascendant people, they are going to have this transit in a beautiful place, because 7th house, directly 180-degree opposite from your ascendant, the Jupiter is going to be located. So from there, Jupiter aspects its 5th aspect on 11th house of Labam, incoming gains. So if you're a businessman, definitely this is a good period, because you are waiting for this last 4 months with a lot of opportunities, and now it's going to give the fruit. You are going to have the fruit in your hand, 11th house of gains, and it gives you a lot of health, improvement in the health. So whatever upsets you used to have on your thought process, because Lagna represents our head and brain, and then the overall Shariram itself, overall the body, you will have much better health condition in the next 6 months, right? And it also aspects on your 3rd house of communication. So that is very good. So you will be able to communicate better for your ideas, and you can implement your ideas. All these days when Jupiter was from July to November 24, Jupiter was retrograde. So you guys had a lot of ideas and thought processes, but you could not implement it well. But whereas in the next 6 months, from November 24 to April 2023, you will see that those plans can be implemented well, because you are going to talk very well, communicate very well with your co-workers, right? So that's the point here. So you are going to get the labam, you are going to get benefits. I would like to show you the summary in this way. You are going to meet very good success in all the efforts that you were pursuing before. So certain things were stopped because of the retrograde movement of Jupiter. That is going to become a success in the next 6 months. All right. So you will be able to win new friends, of course, new friends and associates, and you will have very smooth and the job prospects are going to be good. Okay. So if you are a businessman, definitely, I would strongly encourage you to expand your business or invest into new portfolios, and you are going to gain a lot of profits, right? 11th house is definitely incoming gains. All the efforts that you put, the gains is seen in the 11th house, right? 10th house is the karmasthan, and 11th house is the gain of that. So whatever you're going to do now, you are going to see that the next 6 months is very, very positive for Kanya Lagna people. All right. So the relationship with your life partner is definitely going to be improved. Your own life partner or business partner is going to advise you like a guru, like a Jupiter is there in the 7th house. So you will get a lot of good advices from your life partner, and you are likely to join back them if you are living in a different place. So this brings very good harmony between husband and wife. And if it is a business partner, definitely between the two partners, misunderstandings which was there will get clarified. All right. So in terms of health, definitely yes, but you may tend to eat a lot of food. Be very careful. You may become an obese person in the next 6 months. So out of happiness, don't eat too much food, which is not really required, and you have a good balance of the food, and then everything should be fine for you guys. All right. So let's move on to the next one. That is for Libra Ascendant people. Okay, for Libra Ascendant people, all the drama is happening in the 6th house. 6th Lord in the 6th house, it's going to protect that house. Okay, and it's the 3rd Lord also. 3rd and 6th Lord goes to the 6th house. Many things can be solved for Libra Ascendant people. Remember, I made videos on Chandra Grahana. That means the lunar eclipse. I also made the video on solar eclipse, which happened in your Thula, Rashi, and the Aries. That means the axis of Aries and Libra. So you are definitely under a lot of pressure right now. And on the top of it, Jupiter goes to the 6th house of competition. So you will see a lot of expenses that is coming to you, because Jupiter sitting in the 6th looks into the 12th. You may have a desire to go to the foreign lands. You may write exams or competitive exams and things like that. And that may be a success during the next 6 months. So people looking for visas, especially Libra Ascendant personals, you are likely to get success because you are going to look into the competitive exams, and then you will also get into the foreign lands. So both are possible. But on a note, just take note that 6th house can give a lot of health problems and worries. So I would like to say there is no much green points here. You will be facing problems in the work. Pressure will go up because it's aspecting your 10th house, right? So sitting in the 6th house of competition, 6th lord is seeing your 10th house of job. So you are very, very likely to face some serious competition in your job place. So just focus, you do your job, and rest leave it to your God. That's all is my advice. There will be a lack of bonding with elders and life partners. There will be a lot of chances of lack of harmony with anyone else, right? So that's the negative point here. I would like to focus more and more again to you guys that do not do or do not overcommit in the work, because you are likely to make some errors and get into scoldings from your bosses. So watch out for the next 6 months. Do things at your pace and calm down. And I would always recommend you guys to worship Goddess Lakshmi and observe fast on Fridays. Why? Because you are belonging to Thula Rashi, or the Libra Zodiac Sign, and the ruler of that is Lakshmi. So go back to your own goddess and pray for her and get the remedy from Venus. All right. So that is the main recommendation. And Jupiter may not give you that much positive result sitting in the 6th house for next 6 months. So watch out and be careful. The next one is Scorpio Ascendant. So look at what is happening. Scorpio Ascendant people is seeing Jupiter in the 5th house, which is very, very good. So this is one of the best positions next to the 9th house placement of Jupiter. So 5th house Jupiter, it gives a lot of rewards, as it is going to see the 9th house itself, Dharma. So the 9th house of Dharma Sthanam is being aspected by Jupiter. So a lot of good, happy things can happen in the house. Good functions like housewarming, the Graha Pravesham, or any marriage. If you are looking for a marriage, if you are in a relationship, this is the very bright period for Scorpio Ascendant persons. All right. So look out for that. And I think it also gives a lot of labhams. It is looking at the 11th house of gains. So very high, very likely that Scorpio Ascendant persons are going to have promotions in their job. If you are a businessman, definitely you will go for speculative business. Is very, very good, because 5th house is all about speculative business. If you are into stocks and shares, this is the right time to add a lot of portfolios to your investment. All right. So in a summary, I can say that there's a lot of green points to share with. There's a new chances for employment. There may be promotion in the same place, or you may get a chance to get into another workplace which gives you more salary. So your financial status is going to go up, as Lord Jupiter is sitting in the 5th house and aspecting your 11th house of incoming gains. No doubt about it. And even businesses, as I told you, sorry, you are very likely to expect very high level of profits. And please go on, invest more, expand your business ideas, and you will be able to be successful. I told you already that in love matters, it may fructify now. All that people looking for love relationships, you may fall in love. If at all you are already in love affairs, you may get into marriage. You may turn that into marriage. All right, so that's a good point. And of course, there is one health note here. Do not over-exercise, because 5th house, you will be very active. You tend to exercise more. You like to keep your body fit and all that. Try to watch out on that. You may get some pains in the legs. So otherwise, there is no much major health problems. So it's a big thumbs up for Scorpio Ascendant people, because you are getting the Guru Bala and the Jupiter, which was keeping certain jobs that were pending for you guys in the last 4 months. It is going to become a successful period for you. All right. So let's look into what is happening for Sagittarius or Dhanus Lagnam people. So as I mentioned to you before, the Jupiter in transit doesn't do that well in the 4th house and 10th house. So Sagittarius people are going to see some heavy expenses because they are planning to, they may get greedy to go and buy certain properties, real estate, and you have to be really watchful because Jupiter is aspecting your 12th house of losses. So you may buy a property which is worth, let us say, $100,000. You may go and buy it for $150,000. That means you are going to buy something which is not that much worth. You may face losses. Okay, so a loss of one person is the gain of other person always. I know that. You all know that. At the same time, I'm giving you a quick warning not to go and buy beyond your capacity at this point of time. All right. So in terms of work as well, sitting in the 4th house, as it aspects the 10th house, you are likely to get very responsible job. So you may do well in the job. So your bosses are going to throw in a lot of job for you guys to do, and then it's going to be very stressful because Jupiter also aspects your 8th house. So it's no wonder, of course, Jupiter is the Lagna Lord for you. So the first Lord sitting in the 4th house can give you some higher positions, and it may improve the harmony in the house, but it can give you a lot of health problems right now. Okay, so watch out for the health. And in summary, I can say for you guys, definitely the job pressure is going to be high, and you will be given a lot of job to do, but your bosses may not appreciate. That's where lack of satisfaction with the job that you're doing is very, very likely to happen to you guys in the recent past. Okay, so I mean, in the next 6 months. So even in the recent past, like 3 to 4 months, Jupiter was really in the retrograde moment as well. So it was also throwing a lot of jobs for you guys to do with no recognitions. All right, so you wait for your Jupiter to go into the April 2023, wherein it comes to the 5th house, then all this hard work that you guys are putting up in these next 6 months will be fully rewarded, and you will get into promotions and stuffs like that. So wait for your 5th house transit of Jupiter. Till then, if you are a businessman, I would strongly recommend not to invest anything because there is a direct aspect of Jupiter on your houses of loss. All right, so that's it. Watch carefully for the next 6 months and take one step at a time and do a lot of prayers. Of course, wear the yellow sapphire or pukraj for your right hand index finger, like something like what I'm wearing here. This helps to, because it's your birthstone, the ascendant of Sagittarius, people should always wear yellow sapphire on their right hand index finger and pray for Guru Bhagwan on Thursdays. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn Ascendant or Makara Lagna. So what is happening to Makara Lagnam? The transit of Jupiter becoming direct is happening in the 3rd house. 3rd house of hard work, dhairyam, courage, and full of self-efforts. Okay, look at what is Jupiter for Capricorn people. It is the 3rd lord, sorry, it's the 12th lord as well as the 3rd lord. So 12th lord going to the house of courage. So that means to say there will be expenses. You have to manage it. You will have to put efforts to control your expenses. And it may, when you really exercise that control, as Jupiter is also seeing the 11th house sitting in the 3rd house, you are likely to get more benefits with your hard work. It is possible. Okay, and 12th lord is sitting in the 11th house. That means you may have benefits from foreign countries, or foreigners may respect your job or your skill and place you in a better position. All right. So in the same time, Jupiter also aspects the 9th house of Bhagyam. So you may try to do certain religious activities in this, because 9th house represents Dharma. You may likely to do certain homams, havans. If you are a Hindu, if you are a Muslim or other religion, you may be doing certain religious ceremonies in your own belief system. All right, so that is very likely to happen. And in terms of relationships, the 12th lord aspecting the 7th house, there could be some friction actually. Jupiter is supposed to give good results on the 5th aspect to the 7th house, but since it is also the lord of the 12th house, I'm very sure there is a friction that can happen between the partners, marriage partners, or even the business partners. All right. In summary, I can say that there will be some chances of stagnation for you guys. Okay. The next 6 months, you have to be watchful. I'm not saying it's totally bad, but the health issues, and then you are already going through the 7.5 years period of Saturn. So you always will have to link other planets. Only then the overall results can be felt better. But Jupiter can, on a 0 to 100 scale, I can say it's only 30 to 40% that it is going to give good results. Otherwise, you have to work hard, my friends. All right. So let's go on to the next zodiac sign for Aquarius or Kumbha Lagna. So this is a very good transit of Jupiter in the 2nd house as it forms Guru Balam. So 2nd house of finances, family, and accumulated savings is all seen by Jupiter. Sitting in the 2nd house, it aspects 6th house, it tries to clear loans. It aspects the 8th house, tries to solve many health problems what you are facing in the last 4 months, right? So, Vaidyo Narayano Harihi, that means the right doctor that you get at the right time, he is Narayan himself. So that is always going to be true for Aquarius people. You are going to, if at all you are sick all these days, you are going to get the right doctor who can diagnose rightly and then give you the proper medication. All right, and it aspects on the 10th house. That is very good. There is a strong connection between the 10th and the 2nd. That means because of your hard work, the karma sthanam, you are going to get gains, and you are going to save the money. So there is a lot of saving that can happen, and there is a lot of loans that you can return back because of your proper righteous actions that you are going to take. So I think it's a thumbs up. I think for Aquarius Ascendant personalities, you will be able to get into the higher level of success in the work that you do. All right, in the professional side, definitely new job options can be obtained, and even abroad chances is possible for you guys, and very good recognition is possible from your seniors. All right, so I think if you are a businessman, please go ahead, try to work hard and invest in new portfolios. You are likely to be successful in that, because next 6 months is a very good placement of Jupiter in the 2nd house for you guys. All right, so in terms of health wise, there could be some allergies and some colds, and again I told you guys that COVID reinfections are happening. As long as you are vaccinated and you take care of yourself, it's good. Try to eat healthy food and develop better immunity. All right, otherwise, I'm sure in a 0 to 100 scale, it's 80% of very, very good success is possible in spite of the 7.5 years period of Saturn for Aquarius. All right, so go ahead and do a good job, and you will be successful. Okay, so next one is the Pisces. This is the last zodiac sign, and Pisces Ascendant. The Pisces Ascendant people are going to see that Jupiter is turning direct in their own Ascendant sign. So that is very good. So Jupiter inside, of course, in the transit, again, it will give mixed results. But if this happens to be in your natal chart, okay, imagine this is a natal chart of a person with Jupiter in the 1st house. That is a great blessing, because it's directly aspecting the important houses of 5th house, 7th house, and 9th. 9th house of luck, 7th house of marriage and partnership, and 5th house of children, education. Everything is being aspected by Jupiter. So in terms of the transit results, it's going to be mixed results, because I told you Jupiter is again like a wax candle. It's going to burn the place where it is going to sit. So it's going to give you worries. Okay, you are not able to implement that. You will get a lot of ideas in your mind, the Pisces Ascendant people, but you are not able to implement it practically. So that is what you have to watch out, because there will be a lot of delays. You get an idea, you want to put it into practice, but there won't be your subordinates or your friends or your colleagues may not support you. And that is where it gets you a lot of worries and tensions, and you may have some health problems because of that. In terms of professional side point of view, you may not be satisfied with your current assignments because you will not get that recognition, but you have to put a lot of efforts until Jupiter goes to Aries zodiac sign in the month of April 2023. That is where your real Guru Balam starts. Until then, the next 6 months, you have to put in a lot of efforts. Okay, so always watch out for doing certain yogas, meditation, and things like that, because Jupiter right there is in the head, Lagna, right? So in order to calm yourself down and think logically, rationally, you have to calm down by doing certain meditation practices. All right. So if you go back to this chart again, it is aspecting your 5th house of education. No doubt, if you are a student pursuing education and you are a Pisces Ascendant personality, definitely it will give you a lot of boosting and interest in studies, but the practicality and success, you may not see that, right? So it is a high potential energy now, and then it is building up a lot of potential energy. The moment it transfers into Aries zodiac sign in April, that potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. You will start seeing that whatever ideas that you got, it's going to be implemented. All right. So the relationships, you may start developing relationships now. And if at all you are planning to marry, yes, it is possible, but it will be in the initial stages. But the real marriage may happen when Jupiter comes to 2nd house of Guru Balam. Okay, Jupiter is aspecting the 9th house, no doubt. It's a good point here. It's going to start building a lot of good karmic things, and you may also plan to do certain dharmic activities, but finally the overall summary says that you need to be very careful. Okay, there will be some tense situations, health problems, stress in the work, and the only answer for all these things is doing meditation. And please do know, if you are a meat eater, avoid meat eating and try to do mantra japam for Jupiter every day and light the ghee lamp. That is one of the best remedies for getting Jupiter's benefit. All right. So with this, I think we have come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, gentlemen and ladies, please ask and put that in the comment section. I would be very, very glad to answer them whenever I have free time. Okay, so I would once again request all the viewers to really click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon, so that whenever I make these knowledgeable videos, it will be right there in your screen in the YouTube. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.